Hello everybody, Toreno here, and today we're continuing our look at the Devblogs for the upcoming update for War Thunder. And today we're taking a look at the Pvkv IV, which is a Swedish tank destroyer that's come into the Swedish tech tree at rank 3. And this is basically part of the same development program that resulted in the Pvkv II and 3 tank destroyers. Although unlike those designs, it is based on the STRV M40L chassis. They were based on the M41 chassis. And this uses the same 57mm gun as the Pvkv III. So presumably it's going to be either folded with that vehicle, or it will come between the 3 and the 4. The 3 is a battle rating 3.3 vehicle, and the 2 is a battle rating 4.0 vehicle. Now, the gun is the same as on the 2, and so at 500 meters with AP rounds, it will have a penetration of 81mm. With the APHE BC round, it will have a lesser penetration of 78mm, but of course you will have the HE filler, which will make it more destructive in the event of a penetration. I have seen some murmurings online that it might come with an APDS round, but I haven't seen any confirmation on that, or what sort of stats it would actually have. But if that round did exist, I suspect that the 4 will get that round to differentiate it a bit more from the Pvkv II. We're told that the turret traverse is low, but we're not given an exact figure. When I think low, I generally think of something like the M10 GMC. I believe with that vehicle, its turret rotation speed when stock is something like 2.7 degrees a second. So maybe we're looking at something along those lines, maybe a little bit faster. We're also told that the reload rate is quite slow, slower than the other vehicles. Again, we're not given an exact figure, but with the Pvkv III, it has a reload rate of 5.2 seconds. So presumably it's going to be slower than that. Now, compared to the other two, this has a fully enclosed turret. The other two vehicles do not, but the turret thickness is only 13mm thick, while the hull is the same as on the M40L. So you would have a maximum thickness of 43mm at the front from two plates of 13mm and 30mm. And moving on to the speed, it has a 142 horsepower petrol engine, which gives it a top speed of 45 kilometers an hour or 28 miles per hour. So that's pretty speedy, but of course that's its maximum top speed. If you're on cross-country terrain, it's going to be a lot slower than that. So paired with the slow traverse speed, slow reload rate, this is probably going to be best used in an ambush role rather than going around and looking for enemies, because obviously you're going to be not the fastest thing in the world, but once you fired your first shot, you're going to be a sitting duck for a little while. So yeah, probably best use this in an ambush role. The crew isn't actually stated in the devblog, but the 2 and 3 have 3 crew in the turret and 2 in the hull. This doesn't seem to have a hull machine gun position, which would bring the maximum crew down to 4. And again, we're told the turret is quite cramped. So like with the 40L chassis that it's based on, I suspect there's only going to be 3 crew, maybe a driver, commander and loader, which will make this far easier to knock out than other vehicles. So overall, this isn't a massive addition to the Swedish tech tree. It seems to be a marginal upgrade to the 3 potentially, and if it doesn't have that APDS round, it's probably going to be more of a side grade. But of course, it is always welcome to have more Swedish vehicles. And of course, so far we've had 3 Devblogs, and while one of them was for rank 6, the other 2 have been for rank 3 and 4, so this does seem to be, so far, focused more on the mid-tiers and lower tiers. And of course, they've all been armour updates so far, so we'll have to see what we'll get for planes and naval players. Hopefully we'll get some more information on them later on in the week. And unfortunately, we haven't had a name for the update yet, so we still don't know what the theme is for this update. Anyway, just a quick video for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've been Toreno, and I'll see you next time.